You guys think I was pissed off about Wednesday night's Democratic debates? Wait till you hear what I say when I get ready to talk about last night's debates. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. This is your boy DJ Wolf here. Yes, on a beautiful Friday morning out here in the DMV. Program note, I will be doing a couple of podcasts over the weekend. In Cleveland. Yeah, I will be up there this weekend. Not very long, but I'll be up there for a couple of days and doing my podcast. At least one of them anyway. The saga's ongoing. I don't know. But anyway, last night's debate was really a continuation of the talk about the healthcare policy. They briefed on civil rights a little bit, not much. And of course, the big one, immigration. See, these candidates, honestly, they're catering towards immigrants. Ones who've been Americanized, with the citizenship. Those are the ones who votes they care about. That's why they're talking to their policies regarding immigration. Because they don't care about the black vote no more. It's obvious as all get out. It really is. And think about it. Because they didn't talk about any black issue. The only issue with it that came close to it was the one about the shooting in Indiana. But they didn't talk about any policy. The only thing he said was, it's been going on, we didn't do anything about it. That's pretty much what Peter Buttigieg. But anyway, no policy. Or he didn't have a camera on. But he killed, he claimed that he was stabbed by his guy. Or the guy put a knife on him, whatever, and he shot him, but there was no camera. Really? He didn't even mention about policy that he had or any policy that he would have in place as president. I don't think he's serious about running as president. I think he's just there to try, for some reason, I don't take him seriously now. I don't. He came up with some decent talking points, but about that, no, he didn't. Kamala Harris, of course, she's going to talk about Joe Biden because she ain't got nothing to talk about herself other about civil rights. That's all she's trying to run on. And really, she ain't even about civil rights. And Joe Biden's a racist. Joe Biden had repped on 2 segregationists, and she did call him out, and he didn't speak of it at all. He didn't even mention it. But I'm done. I 2 days with the Democrat debates, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really learn much of anything about what their intentions are as far as representing or getting involved with helping our communities in the black community. Nothing. Not even about reparations. None of them talked about it. Matter of fact, there was one female candidate, white woman, I forgot her name, and she talked about abortion rights and all of that stuff, women's right to choose, all this is what I'm talking about. The only topics that these politicians are going to talk about during these debates are subjects that cater to the white mass audience. That's a fact. And I know some of y'all are going to think I'm talking out of turn, but I'm not. Not at all. Not at all. Okay? Their main talking points was healthcare and immigration. That's it. Any issues regarding black men being shot by cops, police reform, nothing like that. They really didn't expound on it at all. None of them were talking about policy about that. None of them. Overall, from what I saw. I'm being honest. It just, to me, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Excuse my French. I'm just ticked off about it, man. It's the same old song. And everybody's, it's the same old song, and everybody want to get on the board and play the record over again. That's basically what they're doing. In DJ terms. That's what they're doing. They really are. And I'm like, what the hell? Man, like I said before, we got enough people in this country, enough influential African American men and women in this country that we can get a candidate, a strong candidate that represent our interests, okay, and not only will speak about our interests, but will represent interests in general, including, but definitely ours. Ours should be at the forefront. We have suffered more as a result of slavery. We've endured more bullshit as a result of slavery. We've actually, generations of women and children and men being brutally raped, tortured, murdered, maimed, killed. You name it. And it's the same cycle of bullshit that's been going on. I talk about the cycle of bullshit in a number of my podcasts, but it all did start with slavery. Let's be real about it. And some of y'all goofy ass people, some people, I ain't gonna say the names in particular, it's talking about, well, we don't need to cut the check. What do you mean you don't need to cut the check, motherfucker? That's the whole point about it. We don't need to talk about what happened and why we are in the situation we're in. Part of the reason why we're in the situation we're in started was when they brought the first slaves over to America. That's where it all started, right there. And you gonna tell me we don't have a right to talk about it? Get the fuck out of here. I'm so offended by it. I mean, to this day, I'm still mad about that. People got that about, well, we don't need to cut the check. Really? So we don't need to try to rebuild our communities. We don't need to try to bring jobs to our communities or programs, school programs to kids or programs to help the elderly. Are you serious? Really? So none of that matters. And then you got some black people out here, and white people as well. Well, some black people for real talking about y'all be begging, y'all need to get no business begging for reparations. Motherfucker, ain't never talking about begging. Honestly, it's not about begging. Reparations is the same thing they gave to Asian people. They gave them to Israeli people. Okay, in Israel, they helped build Israel. Okay, they help out the German Jews. Okay, I can go on and on. All right. Somebody on YouTube, I'm not gonna say who, famous person, had talked about Israel was given more than $150 billion. Okay, they helped build their country up over the years. Remember, they've been independent for a number of years. Yeah. Who helped them? Who else? U.S. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it honest. That's a fact. It's documented. It's well documented. Okay. Who was the number one race in this country that never got reparations for the pain and suffrage and loss that endured for over 400 years? African Americans. And we're not supposed to ask about it? Who made money off of us? White people. With the invention of the phone, products like the phone, the refrigerator, the peanut, the train, all kinds of stuff invented by black men, and they took it and ran off with it. Black music too. If you want to be quiet as kept, R&B, funk, rock, and rap. They cornered the market on all those music. Jazz. I mean, I can keep going. Gospel. Come on now. We invented all this shit. And yet they have control of all of it. We have no control of any of the stuff that we invented. To this day. We don't dominate control of any of that stuff. Here we are, dominate control, sports-wise, of basketball and baseball, or some of it's baseball, and definitely football. And yet, there are no real black owners in both. Well, no, you know what? Yeah, no, you got black GMs or black vice presidents. Yeah, of course. And some of those organizations. but there are no black owners. NFL don't even want black owners. That's a fact. Remember PD and them tried by was it the Carolina Panthers or the Jaguars, one of them, and they shut them out. They told them no. The majority of them they didn't want them involved in it. They had the money. That goes to show you. You know? It goes to show you. They take over everything that we've dominated in. And yet we're still treated like the working class. So don't tell me about we don't have a right to ask for reparations. We got every right to get asked for the people to cut the damn check. We have every right. Don't you dare say that mess, man. It's ridiculous. You know?
You can't have the right to ask to get the check cut.
Yes, we do, bitch. We got every right. Every right. Every right to ask. But like I said, the Democratic Party is a joke, man. They ain't no better than Republicans. I'm being honest. They're not. They are not at all to me. And like I said before, they didn't even scratch the surface about reparations. Never scratched the surface about reparations. It's like reparations meant nothing to any of them, because it don't. 20 candidates, none of them brought it up. None of them. Not even the ones you think will bring it up, and they didn't bring it up at all. No talk of it. But everybody else get reparations. Talking about it may be too much of a logistical nightmare. Oh yeah, for us, but nobody else though. You know. The only thing about reparations I say about as far as the talk of it, I think we should have been talking about it anyway, long time ago, and kept the pressure on Congress to get it to us. That's the only two things I have issue with, because we waited a long time to ask about it in the public eye, and then on top of that, decided or didn't put pressure. The hearings. Bottom line, those people, all those black people at the hearings, and they did not push any real demands to get reparations through. None of them. Not even Ta-Nehisi Coates. Okay? Yeah, they spoke eloquently about the justification for reparation based on stuff that white people know about for 400 years. Okay? No, they know. All you had to do was put building points on that and then say, this is why we need it. You know? No questions asked. This is why we need it. And we need it now. Okay? Point out what's going on today based on the history of slavery that result in why we're in the situation we're in now. And go from there. You know? None of them did that. I don't give a fuck what anybody say in my comment section. But that's facts. And like I said, you are always welcome to comment on it. Okay? But be forewarned. Make sure if you talk the talk, you can back up what you're saying about it. That's what I'm saying. You know, some guy come on my channel the other day with a comment about Ta-Nehisi Coates was bringing the pain about it because he wrote a piece on it, coming to reason for reparations. But he didn't talk that daggone eloquently about it during the hearing last week, and neither did the rest of them. Matter of fact, most of them was like, we don't really need to get the check cut. It's on video. Come on, it's documented. I seen it. Now, when I heard that, that's all it wrote. When you tell them we don't really need to cut the check, don't give a damn who said it. They all co-sign on it. You know? Don't want any of that bullshit. They all co-sign on it. And you could tell there was no passion in most of the guys, most of the people was talking out there. Almost all of them, no passion about getting it. Nope. No fire at all. Jon Stewart had more fire in his speech about the veterans when he was up on Capitol Hill weeks before that than the entire group of people who were supposed to be part of the reparations committee. He had much passion. I'll give him that. He was on fire. And they should have been the same damn way, every one of them. But they weren't. That's facts. Okay? So, right now, I'm not repping no Democrats. I ain't repping no Republicans unless these people get a viable candidate that's going to really know from my experience living in the slum apartments with rats running up under my bed every single fucking night. All right? And dealing with a whole bunch of other stuff. Don't talk to me. All right? Just represent. And represent from experience. Not from what you heard or what you seen. Because until that time, I don't want to deal with you. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.